Saturday. Happy October. I hope you guys are all doing well. I cannot believe that it's already October, you guys. Like, can you believe it? I can't believe it. This year is seriously flying by, and I can't believe that we only have 3 months left of 2016. So I just wanted to come in here because my husband had to work today, so I figured while he was gone I should be productive and get some work done. So you know, we have a secret page. It's not that secret. We just don't publicly post about it, but there is a page for all of the diamond coaches, all of the diamond leaders that are on Team Triceps, which if you are on Team FireAway and if you are watching this video, then you're on Team Triceps. So you're included in this, but whenever you hit diamond in your business, you get added to this page called the Team Triceps Diamond Group. It's really great because you get to connect with all of the other diamond leaders on the team, and yeah, I just think that it's a great place because Sarah posts a lot in there, and she posts a lot of the behind the scenes stuff that she's doing in her business to be successful. So anyways, she did this video about how she is reverse engineering the year, and I watched it and I did it along with her while I was watching the video, and I thought it was amazing. And now that I have sat down and taken the time to basically plan out excuse me, the next 3 months of my business, I feel like I am going to be so on top of my goals, and I know exactly what I need to do. I don't feel overwhelmed. I feel like I know exactly what I need to do and get to action. You know what I'm saying? So I hear this a lot from so many people, is like, you know, I'm feeling overwhelmed. There's so much and I don't know where to even start. And you know, I always say this, and most people probably don't like this response, but just start with the basics, the vital behaviors and the vital process, okay? Like, that's where you start, and you just have to start. Like, start doing those things every single day. You know what I mean? Like, just start doing them and get into a rhythm, and, you know, start off by, you know, putting the things in place that you need in your business, like a contact list. You know what I mean? First and foremost, if you don't have a contact list, like, get that done. You know what I mean? You know, it's so easy. We have tons of videos on it, so I'm not even going to go into that, but start by creating a contact list for yourself, okay? You know, and then start by creating an activity list or an activity tracker or something that you are going off of every single day, so that you know what you need to be doing when you sit down for your power hours, when you sit down for your business. That's another thing. You need to set aside business hours, okay? You don't need to have, excuse me, a ton of time, but you just need to make sure that you have intentional time and you're setting aside time every day to work your business, okay? So create a list for yourself so you know what it is that you need to do. Let me show you guys what I use. And I created a video, so if you go to YouTube and you go to my YouTube page, I'm the only Alexa Luckenbach on YouTube, you will find this video that I did recently within the last week or so, about how to get organized with your Beachbody business with Trello. Trello is basically kind of creates like this daily to-do list, and you can kind of move your things throughout different stages as you work on them. So here, let me just turn it around. I have my, so like I have a daily must-dos. I have done for today, so when I finish my must-dos every day, I move them over. This is like leftover from yesterday, because I only do this for Monday through Friday, but I'm just popping in and doing some work on Saturday. So I actually need to like reset this so that on Monday I you know, I reset it every single day and just like drag these back over. But you know, when I sit down for my business, you know what I mean? Like, I know exactly what it is that I need to do. Like, even though I know I need to answer my emails, you guys, like, I just put it down, like everything, so that I literally sit down. I'm like, okay, answer my emails. Go to my email, boom, do that. Move it over. Move on to the next thing. Answer my DMs. Okay, let me pick up my phone, answer my DMs, do that. Boom. You know what I mean? I just do each one, move through it, and you know, when you know what it is you have to do, and you're intentional about it, you know what I mean? You're just going to be so much more productive. So I can when I'm really focused and I just sit down and just do each of these things, like, it's so easy. So anyways, this is not what I meant to like do this video. Have a list for yourself so you know what it is you got to do in your business every day, okay? Made a video on what to do. So just get those basic things in place for your business, okay? That contact list, those activity trackers, and then last, you know, work on getting your drafts in place for the 5-step invite process. If you don't know the 5-step invite process, go on YouTube and look it up. But it is how to have conversations. Basically, it takes you through how to successfully get somebody signed up for your challenge group. There is a proven process that works, that is going to take people through the process, so that at the end of your conversation they join. I mean, not everybody, this isn't like 100% guaranteed, of course, like a lot of people are going to tell you no, but what I'm saying is if you're just consistent and you talk to enough people and you use this process, and then you just continue to follow up with the people that tell you no every month and just progress check in, ask how they're doing, you know what I mean? It's such an easy process. Just do the 5-step invite process, follow up with everybody, check in with them once a month if they don't commit. Boom. Like, that's literally all I do. Rinse and repeat every single freaking day. Okay? So everything is just a process and a system. So that's what I wanted to do this video about, was how to kind of plan out the end of the year for yourself. And like I said, I took this straight from Sarah Try. She did it for the Diamond group, and excuse me, gosh, it was really helpful for me, so I thought I would share it with you guys. So first off, you need to make sure that you go and print off some calendars for yourself. She said this in the video, and I'm glad that I did it. So go and print off these blank calendars. Sorry, I just got distracted. Got a text message and it like was green right in the middle of my screen. But go and print off these calendars. I just went to Google and typed in October 2016 calendar printable, okay? November 2016 calendar printable. And I just printed off blank calendars, okay? Just from October through January. October, November, December, and January, okay? And then get a pencil and an eraser. Oh my gosh, I say an eraser because I had to search my freaking house for an eraser because I started to like write things and I kind of change it around, you know what I mean? So just make sure you have a pencil with an eraser, so that you can kind of move things around. Don't write it out in pen, okay? Okay, hold on, wait. I always do this. I forget to plug in my phone and then it dies. So it just told me that I have 10%. So let me plug it in really quick before I continue. Otherwise it's gonna die. And finish. There we go. Perfect. Okay. So you have your pencil, you have your calendars printed out. So the first thing that you're going to do is set the date for your paid challenge groups, okay? And I personally like to do mine where prep week starts the first week of the month, and then the challenge group itself starts the second week of the month, the week after. So when I create my group on my challenge tracker portal, I set the start date for that second week of the month, and then I make sure people are added the week before, and then I have prep week posts going up. And I do that because I don't want people tracking their workouts and their Shakeology yet. I want them to be preparing for the challenge. I want them to be making sure they're setting their goals, updating their weight and their measurements and their before pictures. I want them to actually do that stuff. And I found that when I have them have prep week going, when you can track your workouts in Shakeology, like they're just working on tracking their workouts in their Shakeology, and they're not really paying attention to the daily posts, if that makes any sense. So I set the date. So for example, October, my start date is I'm retarded. Okay, my start date is October 10th. Excuse me. My October challenge starts October 10th, but my prep week starts October 3rd. And so I already added, today's the 1st, I already added everybody and sent invites to everybody so they can get going. And I'm going to start posting. My posts are scheduled to start going on the 3rd, on Monday, for prep week. But they can't start tracking their workouts in Shakeology till the 10th. So set your start date for your group, okay? And write that in pencil and just do that for every month, okay? So mine are October 10th, okay? And then November 14th is when my next one starts for November. And then I wrote in for December 12th, and then January 9th, okay? That's the second Monday of every month. And then, of course, like I said, prep week starts the week before. Then what I do is set a date for the absolute last day for people to join. And I think this is important, you guys, because you need to set boundaries and add a sense of urgency to your groups, right? This kind of helps also when people are like on the fence, or maybe you're at, you know, it's coming close to the registration date. You can add that sense of urgency and be like, hey, listen, like last day to join is going to be tomorrow. Otherwise, you're going to have to wait until next month's group. So, I just, really want you to join and be able to take advantage and not have to wait to start your goals. What do you think? Are you ready to do this? And then offer them an incentive, even if they're still on the fence, whatever. I don't know. But set a last day to join, because it sets boundaries and it sets the sense of urgency on your group. You can also do that as well as when you're posting and be like, hey, tomorrow's the last day to join my group. I'm looking for 2 more people. It just helps you with just having that end date so that you know when you're inviting. You know what I'm saying? So I do the last day to join the day before prep week. That's like the absolute last day that people can sign up, okay? And, everybody, you can all do this like however you want, but, if you want people to join, let people join who kind of straggle in that week, you can. But I personally like to set, my date, and I stick firm to it, and I let them know in advance. You know what I mean? If it's going to be a day or two before, and I'm talking to people about a group, I'm going to be like, listen, last day's join is going to be on Sunday, so otherwise you're going to have to wait till the next group. And if that's the rules that you set, like, that's the rules that you set, and people need to follow the rules. You know what I'm saying? So I don't really have people that are upset about it, and I say that's the last day to join. I can get you on the list for the next group, because then it kind of just adds this like sense of urgency, like I said, and they're like, okay, crap, I missed last month's group. Like, when you follow up with them about next month's group, like, they're not going to want to miss out again. You know what I mean? They're not going to want to miss the deadline. So anyways, that's why I set a last day to join the day before prep week. Okay, so my last day to join, let me go back through. For my October group is tomorrow, October 2nd, okay? So that's the last day to join my October group. Last day to join for my November group is November 6th. Last day to join for my December group is December 4th. And then last day to join for my January group is January 1st, okay? So go through, you've set now the start dates for your challenge groups, and you've set the start dates for your challenge group and the deadline to join your challenge groups, okay? So now you kind of have an idea of when to start promoting for your challenge group, okay? So that's why it's important to put this and plan all of this stuff out, you guys, because now you're going to have an idea of how to strategically promote for your group, okay? So what I personally like to do is run a webinar. I love webinars. I think it's great for people to see my face and hear my voice and all that kind of stuff. So I do a webinar to promote for my challenge group. And I've been kind of inconsistent about this for, the last few months, but this is my plan. I'm going to do it every month consistently through the end of the year. And we're going to see how that really helps me and the amount of people I'm going to be able to help every single month when I stick to a plan and I'm actually strategic about it. Okay. Now, another thing, you guys, is, if you plan your group similar to this, you can always invite your people to join my webinars as well. But this is the thing, you guys, like, I am all about the basics. The people that hit really big goals and that are top coaches in this company are just people that are super consistent with the basics. If you listen, Melanie Mitro did such an amazing talk at Summit this past year. Go look it up on YouTube. But I think it was called Be Extraordinary. And she explained, because people ask her all the time, like, hello, you're top coach 2 years in a row. Your top coach probably going to be 3rd year in a row now, which I don't think any coach has ever done in Beachbody. Like, how did you do it? And she just said, basically, I outwork my competition by being super consistent with the basics that we all know, okay? So what I'm trying to say is, yes, I run a webinar every month, but you can do that too, okay? All I do in these webinars is basically share my 3 tips for how I'm going to kind of spin it is, it's going to be my 3 tips for how to end 2016 stronger than you started. That's going to be my monthly webinar that I'm going to be doing. And I'm going to be talking about, number 1, get on track with your health and fitness. Number 2, start doing personal development. Number 3, have support and accountability from other people that are working towards their goals instead of just falling into the holiday slump, eating everything, eating all the pumpkin muffins and everything, right? And then at the end, I give them the opportunity to join my challenge group where they're going to be able to do all 3 of those things. You guys could all do that too, because that's all the stuff that you guys do as well, right? I'm just talking about, number 1, working on yourself, doing a program. You guys all know about that. Working on your program, health and fitness, how it helps you. That's basically what we're here to do, right? Number 2, personal development. That's one of our vital behaviors. Number 3, support and accountability. That's talking about our challenge groups, being surrounded by positive people. You guys are all in challenge groups. So you can put on a webinar too. You don't have to invite to me. Invite to mine. You could do your own webinar, okay? So it's all just about you and your decision and how committed you are to making the rest of this year amazing, okay? Or you can team up and do it with other coaches. I don't care, whatever you guys want to do. But maybe each of you just takes one thing. But that's what I'm going to do to promote my challenge groups. It's set a date for a webinar. It's going to go over those 3 things. I'm going to do it once a month, okay? And my webinar is basically going to happen a week, let me see, a week and a half before my challenge group closes. Okay, does that make sense? So I'm going to set the date for my, challenge group webinar a week and a half before my challenge group closes. That is because, not everybody's going to sign up right away. Some people are going to have to wait a week to get paid. Can I join next week? That's when I get paid or something, right? Like that, right? Or also maybe you start talking to some new people. You can send them the recording to the webinar throughout that next week, right? So it just gives you enough time to get your 3 to 5 people, whatever you're committed to doing, in your group. Okay? A week and a half. That's plenty of time. Especially if you're just doing the basics that you all know that you need to be doing. Starting your conversations, inviting, blah, blah, blah. Anyway, so you set the date for your webinar, and you have that as a week and a half before the group starts. So for example, it's too late obviously for my October group since that starts already. But for my November group, so my last day to join for my November group is November 6th. So my webinar for my November group is going to be on October 27th. That is a week and a half before, okay? My webinar for my November group is going to be on October 27th, okay? Then my webinar for my December group is going to be on November 24th, right? Because my last day to join my December group is December 4th. A week and a half before that is November 24th, okay? And then my last day to join my webinar for my January group, and I made this one a little bit different. I did like a little bit more than a week and a half just because it's the holidays and people are traveling and busy, you know what I mean? So I give myself a little bit more time. So my webinar for my January group closes January 1st. And then, so my webinar is going to be December 27th. Okay? I guess that's right. Okay. December 27th closes January 1st. Okay? Does that make sense? So I have a plan of number 1, when my group starts. Number 2, when my group closes. Number 3, when my webinar is going to be to promote my group. Now, just to make it even more planned out for you guys, I put on my calendar when I'm going to start promoting my webinar publicly and start posting about it on my page. Or if you run Facebook ads, when you're going to start running Facebook ads for your group, or when you're going to start blasting emails to the people that you need to follow up with for the month and inviting them to your group, right? So I'm going to start actively promoting my group my webinar for my group. I'm going to start actively promoting that webinar 1 week before the webinar starts, okay? So my webinar for my November challenge is October 27th. So the date I have to start promoting it is October 21st, 7 days before. Put that all on the calendar. Put it all on the calendar, planning everything out, right? Fail to plan, plan to fail. So I put that on there. Start promoting my webinar on October 21st for my webinar on October 27th. Then for November. So my November webinar is November 24th. So start promoting that on November 18th, okay? December webinar is December 27th. So start I think I messed this one up. I need to fix this. But my webinar for my January challenge is on December 27th. So start promoting that on December 21st. I think I put that wrong on here, so I need to change that. Where did my pencil go? December 21st for my December 27th webinar. Start promoting webinar. And then my January webinar is going to be on January 26th. Start promoting January 20th. Okay? You guys, you can just keep doing this. This isn't just for the end of the year, but you can keep doing this every single month. In fact, I recommend it. That's how you have a successful, consistent business by doing this every single month, okay? Or every single quarter. Maybe you just do it 4 times a year. That's what I'm going to start doing, actually. Now that I said that, it's lined up perfectly. Do it for this quarter and start doing it now. Once a quarter, just plan your groups out, okay? So, okay, so we put down the date for our webinar for our challenge group. Now, last thing, you guys, is if you haven't watched our challenge group series, team call, make sure you do that. I have the, go once again to my YouTube page, you'll see under my playlist, I have Running Effective Challenge Group series, okay? All the calls are in there. But one thing that I think is so important, and it's part of the vital process as coaches, is to make sure that we are transitioning our challengers into coaches. You guys learn from my mistakes. I went through an entire year where I did not really recruit a single challenger from any of my challenge groups. I just recruited coaches straight into the business. Some of them, well, actually a very small percentage of them are still even here working their business right now. Because this is the thing. If you want builder coaches, people that are really into this and wanting to help people, that's how you are successful in this business, is by helping people and being really good at helping people and helping as many people as you can, and then just duplicating that within your team. So if you want people that are committed to helping people in this business, they better have belief in Beachbody and what we're doing and our challenge groups, right? If they don't have that belief, they're not going to do anything. Learn from my mistakes. That's what 98% of my coaches did last year that I recruited straight in as coaches. I'm not saying that nobody can come in straight as a coach and not be successful, but all I'm saying is if you want to up your chances of having builder coaches that are actually committed to working their business, make sure you are, number 1, running kick-ass challenge groups, and number 2, recruiting from your challenge groups. Watch that challenge group playlist on how to run great challenge groups. The call that Lana and I did, no, not to toot my own horn, but it was fire. We did a really great job of giving you guys basically everything. Like literally, I poured it all on the table. I told you everything I do to run really great challenge groups. My engagement in my health bet group has been amazing. It's been the best group I've ever run, and it's just because I did the things that I talk about in that call. So recruiting coaches from your challenge groups is the best way to find builder coaches that believe in this business, that believe in these products, and that believe in these challenge groups, because that's where they started. When they get results in a challenge group, when they get results with these programs and with Shakeology, they're just going to become lifers. They're going to become advocates, okay? Some of the most successful coaches on our team are challengers first. Myself, look at Olivia Usher, Emma Owen, my success partner. I mean, we all started as challengers first, okay? So that is the thing. That's the key. If you really want to find builders that believe, build that belief first, then bring them into the business, okay? Help them first. Be their coach first. Help them get results first, then bring them into the business. So what do I do then? I publicly talk about what coaching has done for me, because I always want to be planting the seeds about this business and about showing people what this can do, okay? But I don't really publicly advertise about any coaching events, like a sneak peek and all that kind of stuff, because I don't really want to bring people in straight for the business. I want to bring people in who believe in what we do and they want to help more people. You know what I'm saying? So what I do instead, and what I've been starting, is just doing a Q&A, and I promote it to my challengers, okay? I just want to focus on getting challengers on these calls, talking about coaching, sharing what it's about, all that stuff, because they're the ones that already have that belief and the seeds planted, and now they just need kind of like that logistical stuff, and they need to hear the objections, like it's okay that you're not at your goal weight yet, it's okay that you don't have a lot of time, right? Because they've already been through, they know the programs, they know the products, they know the challenge groups work, they love it, so that now they just want to get over those objections and those few things they have questions about. So I just host a Q&A every month for my challengers. You guys, like I said before, you can either invite your challengers to get on my Q&A, or hello, you guys know the answers to all these questions too. You can host it yourself or team up with other coaches. Doesn't really matter, but just, I think that's the best way that you can talk about the coaching opportunity, and it's also really easy and what's the word? No pressure. Just answer the common objections, you guys. And I even did a what is coaching Q&A, and you can listen and see the questions that I answered. Just take my questions if you want, or answer questions live. Have your challengers get on Zoom and just answer their questions as they come, whatever. But You guys all know the answers to this stuff. You all know, okay? So either you can host your own, team up with other coaches, or an invite to mine. But I'm hosting that group the 4th week of the challenge, and I think that's because that gives them 4 full weeks of experiencing your group and getting results and loving it. So that's the best time if you host it the first or second. I used to host it like the 2nd week of the month, and I just found that they didn't have as much love and belief in the challenge group yet. You know what I mean? When they've gone through a full month and gone through 4 months, or 4 weeks, excuse me, then they have more of that experience and belief, and they want to see what it is that this is about. You know what I'm saying? And so, and they also have more, more time with Shakeology. You know what I mean? I talk about the Shakeology discount. So if anything, they want to sign up as a discount coach at first. You know, they know they've had Shakeology for 4 whole weeks, and they want to continue and get a discount. So anyways, I do my my Q&A, coaching Q&A for my challengers on the 4th week of my group. So now I know when my groups are going to be, right? So then I can count and do my webinar or my Q&A on the 4th week. So my October group starts October 10th. So 1, 2, 3, 4. That means that my Q&A for coaching is going to be on November 3rd. Okay? My November group starts on the 14th. Count 4 weeks. 1, 2, 3. Oh, I think this one's a shorter group, isn't it? Because it's a shorter month or something. Or I started it a little bit later. Wait, 1, 2, 3. Yeah, okay. So my November group is only 3 weeks long. So I have it on the 3rd week instead. So it's on November 8th. And then my January group starts on January 9th. So then that webinar is going to be February 1, 2, 3, 4. It's going to be February something. I don't have my February calendar. My December one. Did I count my December one? Oh yeah, okay, sorry. My December one, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Oh, my December group is 3 weeks also. Sorry guys. I'm like, what am I counting here? My December and my November groups are both 3 weeks instead of 4 weeks long. And my October group is 4 weeks long. So I don't know, I just adjusted it that way for when everything's starting. So sorry, I do it in the 3rd week. Whatever the last week of the group is. Okay, so my December group starts December 12th. So then 1, 2, 3, coaching event or coaching Q&A January 5th. Okay, and then same thing, you guys. I'm gonna start talking about that and posting in the challenge group about that Q&A event 1 week before. So this is the last thing we're doing. Sorry. I know this is a longer video, but I think this is worth it because I'm basically giving you a plan on exactly what it is you got to do for the rest of the year, okay? And then you can take this, duplicate it for next year, okay? So my October group, my webinar is on November 3rd. So that means I'm going to start posting about it in my challenge group on October 28th. So I'm going to post about it, hey, letting you know I'm going to be doing this Q&A next week, and I'll probably post a couple times over that next week, and I'm going to message them about it privately so that I'm consistently letting them know I'm planting that seed about the coaching event so they get on, okay? And so the November coaching event is going to be on December 8th, so I'm going to start promoting that on November 25th. Oh my gosh, this is Thanksgiving. Webinar for December challenge. I'm going to have to change the date for that. Anyways, I just looked at this. So December 25th, start promoting about that. And then for my last one, I'm going to start promoting on December 30th for my January 5th coaching Q&A. Okay? I hope that makes sense, you guys. But that's basically how you can reverse engineer the next 3 months of your business. So now I literally I feel like a huge weight off my shoulders, you guys, honestly, because I literally have a plan and I know exactly when I need to start promoting and talking about everything. You know what I mean? Like, for example, my October group is closing tomorrow. And then I already have my challenge set up, blah, blah, blah. But I know exactly when I'm going to start promoting actively for my webinar for my November challenge. My webinar is on October 27th, so I'm going to really start promoting it and posting about it the 21st. And you know what I'm going to do between now and then? Is wrap up, well, number one, I'm pushing to wrap up Success Club, But I'm going to, number one, start building a lot of relationships with people so that I can, and you can even like maybe run a free challenge group or whatever you want to do. Like you can add that in as well, you guys. Like I didn't put that on here, but you know, do the exact same thing for a free challenge group, okay? And then you can start, you know, building relationships with people. So then after that free challenge group, be like, listen, I'm hosting a webinar on this day about my November group that's going to be 30 days long. I would love to have you. You know what I mean? So you create a game plan. You literally know, okay, I need to be really focusing on building relationships and talking to people about my November challenge and getting people on my November webinar, right? So just build lots of relationships, start those conversations with people, be consistent with that. And then boom, starting on the 21st, I start really promoting, inviting all those people that I've been building relationships with all week or all month. I can go back and say, listen, hey, it's been really great, like reconnecting with you, like recently. I just wanted to let you know, like, I don't know if you've seen what I do, but I'm a health and fitness coach. I run these groups to help women get on track with their health and fitness goals. And I'm actually hosting this webinar on October 27th, all about, you know, my 3 tips to ending 2016 stronger than you started. I don't know if this would be for you, but I just wanted to extend the invite because I'm hoping to help some people like really get started on their goals before the end of the year. Would you be interested? And if not, that's totally fine, but do you know anybody that might be working to get on track with their goals before the end of the year? Boom, that's the invite, you guys. I literally just gave you the invite. And if you're just building relationships and talking to people and hosting a free challenge in there as well, you're gonna have so many people that you can send that invite to. And it's a free webinar, so invite them on that webinar, and either it's my webinar or you're hosting your own, but then tell them about all the amazing things, like I said, those 3 tips about how to, about what to do, and then, you know, to end the year strong, and then work on getting those people signed up for the group. And you have that deadline to join, so you know exactly, like, to let them know, like, hey, did you see the webinar? My group closes on this day. I would love to have you. I'm even giving an, this, incentive or whatever to, you know, the first 3 people that join. What do you think? You know what I mean? It adds that urgency, okay? So, sorry you guys, this has ended up being like way longer than I thought. It's like kind of like a mini team call, but I just really wanted to share this with you because I think it's really helpful information, and I don't know, it just was really helpful for me to write all this stuff out. So, I really hope this was helpful. I want to hear and see how you guys do. Did you get your plans in place? And now I have my little Panda planner. I'm going to put this in my Panda planner so I know exactly when I need to start doing all of this stuff. I'm really excited for this. So hope you guys have a great rest of your Saturday. Hope you have a great start to your day. I already have 1 person signed up for October. I'm super pumped. I'm going to be at Success Club 2, and then I'm talking to a girl right now who wants to join my October challenge. So that would put me at Success Club 4, which I'm super excited about. I love starting the month strong and wrapping up my goals quick so that I can really focus on this stuff, promoting and building relationships with people, and just doing my best so that I can help as many people as possible. So I hope you guys have a great rest of your weekend, and I will chat with you soon.